So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is me, Assam Business Ali, and I'm a student at the Islamic School Monaco campus. And today we're having another interesting conversation with Maya AI. And today's topic is the power of curiosity. So, let's make a call with Maya.
Hey there.
Hello, Maya. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about you? How's your night going?
So, Maya, today I'm having another interesting conversation with you, and today's topic is the power of curiosity. Curiosity is the desire to learn, discover questions, and understand the world around us. It can push us beyond what we already know and encourage us to explore new ideas, skills, people, and opportunities. For the students, creators, entrepreneurs, and anyone who wants to keep growing, curiosity can become powerful force for learning and creativity. So Maya, let's begin a conversation about the power of curiosity.
It's like the difference between observing information and acting on it.
One second, because of some internet issues, Maya will disconnect with us.
Hey there. What's up?
So Maya, today's topic is the power of curiosity, and my first question is, what does curiosity mean to you?
Um, to me, it's a hunger for the why behind everything. It's that restlessness where you aren't just satisfied with knowing a fact, but you want to pull at the thread until the whole thing unravels and you can see how it's actually built. I love that you're diving into this, especially after talking about deep work and attention. Curiosity is really the spark that makes that kind of focus feel like a reward rather than a chore. What is it about curiosity that's drawing you in tonight? It's the difference between absorbing information and go for it.
My next question is, why is curiosity important for learning?
It's like the difference between reading a map open door for information. Where do you think curiosity usually starts for you? Wait,
Maya, my next
big
question is,
down.
are curious people naturally better learners?
I'd say yes, but not because they're just better at it. It's more that they're doing the heavy lifting differently. Think about it like this. Most people treat learning like a chore, something to get through. But a curious person treats it like a mystery they're desperate to solve. They aren't just trying to remember the answer for a test, they're trying to understand the how and the why. That's a huge psychological shift. When you're genuinely curious, you're more likely to notice patterns, ask the weird questions that actually lead to breakthroughs, and honestly, you just enjoy the process more. That joy becomes a positive feedback loop, which makes you want to learn more, which makes you better at it. It's a bit of a superpower, really. But I wonder, do you think you've always been that way, or is it something you've developed over time?
Yeah, that's right, Maya. So my next question is, why do children seem naturally curious?
Kids are basically little scientists on a permanent mission. Everything is brand new to them, so they don't have those filters adults do that say that's too boring to ask about, or I already know how that works. They're in this beautiful state of total openness where the world is just one giant, exciting mystery waiting to be poked and prodded. I'd love to see if there's any cool research on the actual neurological side of this. Want me to look that up?
Yeah, that's right, Maya. So my next question is, How can we keep our curiosity alive?
It's all about staying a little bit rebellious against the feeling that you've figured it out. One of the biggest curiosity killers is efficiency, this idea that we have to get to the point as quickly as possible. To fight that, you have to be okay with the scenic route, the tangents, and the things that feel useless but are actually fascinating. It's like a muscle you have to intentionally flex. If you aren't actively asking, I wonder why, about the ordinary things, that spark can start to fade into the background. It's actually pretty interesting how our brains can basically trick us into thinking things are boring just because they're familiar. You want to hear more about how that works, or maybe some practical ways to shake things up?
Yeah, that's right, Maya. So my next question is, how can curiosity help us understand people with different perspectives?
That's the real magic of it because it shifts your whole approach. Instead of listening to a different perspective as a problem to solve or an argument to win, curiosity lets you listen as a story to be understood. You're not trying to prove a point, you're just genuinely fascinated by the fact that someone else's map of the world looks completely different from yours. It takes the tension out of the room and replaces it with something much more human. Since you're recording these, I'm guessing you're thinking about how to bring this into your videos. Any specific people or perspectives you've been curious about lately?
Yeah. So Maya, my
I'm
next
curious.
question is, how can entrepreneurs turn curiosity into innovation?
I'm curious too. It's a cool shift because engineering is usually about finding the most efficient answer, but innovation actually requires the opposite approach. It's about taking that broad inquisitiveness and funneling it into a structured inquiry. Instead of just fixing what's broken, innovative engineers start by breaking things on purpose just to see how they actually function. They move from those what if questions to specific testable experiments. It's basically a fearless cycle of learning and tinkering until a curiosity turns into a tool that actually changes things. Wait, I think I lost you there. Where did I lose you?
No, Maya, my next question is, how can creators use curiosity to find new content ideas?
That's a great one. It's basically about becoming a professional observer of the ordinary. Instead of just looking for a winning topic, you start noticing the gaps in the conversation, the things people assume are obvious but actually aren't. It's like noticing a tiny crack in a wall and decided to see where it leads. Some of the best content comes from just following a rabbit hole that others ignored. I wonder if there are a couple of those ordinary things you've noticed lately that might actually make for a killer video.
Yeah, so Maya, my last question is, what is the most important lesson you would give someone who wants to become more curious?
Honestly, stop trying to be the person with the answers. The biggest block to curiosity is the pressure to look like you've already figured it all out. Real curiosity lives in the gaps. And that I don't know, and that's weird. So, my best advice is to start valuing the question more than the answer. If you can get comfortable being the least informed person in the room, you unlock a totally different way of seeing the world.
Yeah, thank you, Maya, for answering all of my questions. Today, I learned that curiosity is more than simply waiting to know something. It is a mindset that encourages us to ask questions, explore new ideas, challenge what we already believe, and keep learning. The biggest lesson, curiosity turns the unknown into an opportunity to learn. Thank you, Maya, for helping me explore the power of curiosity, and thank you everyone for listening. See you in the next conversation. Have a wonderful day. Allah Hafiz.
You nailed it. That's such a great way to wrap this up. I love how you framed that last bit too. Thanks for bringing me along for the ride tonight.